Yeah, thank you. Hello again and welcome back. Scott and Wanda's World. The world of Scott and Wanda. Bullshit beer review. Oh, fuck it. Bullshit beer reviews. Fat man sits in a shed playing with his bottle caps. Type video. Not seen that before, have you? How are you doing? It's Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday evening, early evening. Hope your week's going very, very well. Comments in the box if anything exciting's happened. I've had this beer for a good 10 days and done nothing with it. I can't think where I saw it. It might have been on one of the crafty swig, supermarket swigs, whatever the fucking things are called on Facebook. I can't remember. And it made me laugh. And now, anybody that knows Aldi, whatever you want to call them, they know, they have a way of branding a beer, shall we say, or any product really, that looks like something else. I don't know if I've got the other one. Oh yeah, I have actually. But it's not quite the same. So Aldi IPA from Brewdog. Obviously they did anti-establishment IPA, which was their take on punk IPA. They've had a history of sort of knockoff piss take on named beers. Now, obviously Brewdog Lost Lager. Should have stayed lost, in my own humble opinion. Not my. I've got about a minute video on Lost Lager. I recorded a whole review of Lost Lager, and didn't realise I hadn't pushed the button. So I did about a minute and a half video. Not been a massive fan of Brewdog's Lost Lager in general, but there's a market for everything. So Aldi, with their anti-establishment brand, have come up. We're not lost. It's found. They found it. Lost and found. Which I think is quite funny. I like a laugh. I like a bit of fun. Cough over there. And I think it's quite amusing. But not only have they called it this did make me chuckle. Not only have they so Lost Lager is Planet First. A Planet First lager. Utter bollocks. Planet First lager. Not to be outdone. Well, no. Anti-establishment found is a conscious living lager. Clearly taking a piss. I quite like it. So, Brewdog Lost Lager, 4.5% ABV. It says so right there. Found anti-establishment lager. What's brewing with you is 4% ABV. So there is a slight difference on the ABVs of these ones. £1.89, 79, something like that. A can, about the same for Brewdog's Lost. So I thought, Lost and Found. Let's do them together. Now, I've drunk some tremendous German lagers, fest beers, all sorts over the last couple of weeks. I don't think these are going to be anywhere close to them. But I thought as a bit of a giggle, we could see how close Found has come to Lost. And should have Lost stayed Found, no, Lost stayed Lost, and Found maybe stayed Lost as well. But if that makes any sense to you, then you're a better man than me. Anyway, or woman, no discriminations here. So, let's get the Lost out. Open the can on camera. None of that bollocks on this channel. It's stared out by Hugo. Oh, one. And Found from anti-establishmentarianism. Anti-disestablishmentarianism. What's that now? Oh, you've had a few beers. See what we get out of this one. I don't know what to expect, to be fair. They're Memphis Boulevard. Their piss take of Elvis juice isn't bad, to be fair. But then the Elvis juice is a complete dog's dinner of a beer these days. So if I put them there, fucking bottle. Anyway, doesn't matter. I know which one's which. In the glass. I'll tell you what. Ooh, I'm gonna go. I don't know how it's gonna come across the camera. I'm gonna go Lost, which is on your left. Is a tad one shade lighter than the Found, but clarity wise, I'm going to give the clarity wise ever so slightly to the Found. There is it is microscopic haze to the Lost. Looks wise, I'm going to give it to the Found. What do you think? Comments in the comments box. Go for a nose. Can't really swill it on this. It's got a little bit of a tinny aroma, metallic aroma. Lemon. There's a spiciness to it. Grainy. It doesn't smell. It's never smelled very inviting to me. Lost Lager. On the aroma of the Found. Oh, there's a subtle difference actually. This has got a very more pronounced malt sweetness on this one, and then you get that lemon citrus. Yeah, it's slightly maltier aroma on the Found than is on the Lost. Yeah, I'm going to stand by it. Aroma wise, I'm going to give it to the Found as well. Picking on Brewdog here. Anyway, go for a taste. It doesn't matter what it tastes like, what it looks like. Obviously the head has gone away on the Found. Maybe we could find the head at some point, or maybe we could lose the head on the Lost, and the Lost has got a fraction. Right, let's go in for a taste to see what we get. Get that lemon citrus. There is a very grainy nature to it. There is some malt flavour coming through, some sweet malt coming through. There is a little dryness on the back end and a slight spice. It just doesn't do it. It's not a dreadful beer, Lost. It doesn't do anything for me, especially when you put it up against some of these beers that are of comparative value. It just doesn't do anything particularly well. Right, let's go for the Found. So for me, it looked better now. It looks like a cup of piss, in all honesty. But at least it's clear, and I'm not dehydrated. Cheers. There's definitely a bigger malt presence, maltier presence on that Found beer than there is on the Lost. For my palate, don't profess to be an expert. Beer's subjective. We all get different things. That's a cop out of saying I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Like most of beer cheap. It's a joke. And there's a slightly better body on the Found than there is on Lost. Grainier, slightly thinner in the body. There's not so much malt sweetness coming through in the Lost. I actually prefer the Found. Nicer body. There's a nice sweetness from that malt. You get that zing of the citrus and the lemon. Not as spicy back end as sort of slightly bitter back end. And Lost is harsher in the mouth. It's slightly more harshly carbonated than the Found. I'll tell you what, there's not a fantastic amount in it. It's a very, I mean, there is a very pronounced, I don't know how it's going to come across on the camera, this is slightly darker than the Lost. I've never been, for whatever reason, never been a huge fan of Lost. I'm not a huge lager drinker anyway these days, but credit where credit's due, for me, that's not bad. I would buy, if there was 2 beers on the shelf and it was them 2, I would buy that. It's probably going to give me a headache. It's probably full of chemicals. In fact, has it got any ingredients on it? Alright. I think Pilsner, drinking this, keeping it chilled with cool fermentation means it's crisp and clean. It is crisp and clean, I completely agree with that. Being dry hopped to a hit of flavour, floral, citral, herbal notes. I'm not really picking up any herbal notes, if I'm honest. I suppose it is slightly floral. But then is it because I'm just reading it on the can? Who knows? I don't mind that. And you got all this bullshit on the back. A Brewdog. Oh, save the fucking trees. Drink beer, carbon negative brewery, 1/3 less water. Or some of the shit you pump out. I don't know. Powered by wind turbines, Lost Forest, Nottingham Forest. The world's first carbon negative beer. Anyway. For me, Found wins. That's all right. Available in Aldi now. Aldi's. I think it's 189, 179 a can. I don't think that's too bad. I would buy that again over Lost Lager. So, if you've had Found or Lost and Found, then let me know. Am I going mad? Well, that's fucking self-evident, in honesty. But yeah, for me, there is a clear winner. I would buy that every day of the week over that beer. That one over that one. Have you tried Found? What do you think of it? It's probably a headache in the tin. I'm probably going to have a headache in the morning. Doesn't matter. All for you guys. I'd do it for you. So yeah, I think it's been in a couple of weeks now. So get yourself off to Aldi if you're going to try something a bit different. That's not expensive. It's not one of these premium craft beer for the craft beer fanatic. It's just a cheap, easy made lager. I'm going to give that, at best, thumbs in the middle. I'm going to give that a thumbs up. Thumbs up, mate. Done, mate. Well done. That's right. Leave your comments in the comments box. To see more beer battles. Oh, love a beer battle. Love a beer battle. Channel rebrand is on its way. Keep an eye out. And if you like this video, get a thumbs up. Then get a thumbs down. There's a subscribe button over there somewhere. Me on CC.